Hello there and welcome back to the Plants vs. Zombies 2 Beans Only Challenge. Today we're going to be jumping into the frozen waters of Frostbite caves. Once again, before I start this video, I wanted to address a few things. Once again, thank you guys for all the support you showed on the last video. It means the world to me. Second, I would like to address the comments that I get about mods. The only thing I can say about that is I play Plants vs. Zombies 2 on my phone, so I don't really know how to get mods. This is mostly because of the bean sprout. I asked you guys not that long ago if there was an easy way I could obtain him. Some of you guys said to try mods, and some of you said to just try renting him. I tried to see if he would pop up on Rent-A-Plant about 50 times, but he would never show up. The reason I want the bean sprout so much is that not only would it complete the bean collection, but also I think the Dark Ages would be completely impossible without him. And finally, thank you guys for 725 subscribers. Enough of me rambling, let's continue with the challenge. Day 1, much like Wild West, serves as an introduction to the world's gimmick. These sliding tile thingies. I'm not exactly sure what they're called. Anyway, when a zombie walks over it, it simply pushes him into another lane. This is actually very useful for us because of the laser beam's high price. I even used the soybean pod in this level. We're going to be seeing him a lot in this world, trust me. Day 2 introduces the one gimmick in this world that could potentially end this run early. The freezing winds. Oh, and a ton more zombies. I mean, just look at this. I just barely made it through this level with a lawnmower and day 3 was a conveyor level, the first of many in this world. Day 4 introduces the most threatening zombie yet, the hunter zombie, who can easily be taken care of with a chili bean. Alright, when there's multiple on screen, he is a bit more difficult to deal with. I failed this level on my first try, but with the help of the peanut the second time around, I just barely beat the level. And day 5 was a conveyor level. Did you know that the spring bean, chili bean, laser bean, and sun bean are all brothers? And the sun bean is in fact the eldest of the 4. This fact comes from the PVZ2 Almanac. Day 6 only let me pick 2 plants. If you remember the rules, then you remember that we can skip these levels if it doesn't let me pick more than 3 plants. Day 7 was pretty much carried by the split peas that were previously frozen in the ice. And day 8 was another conveyor level. So here's a bean fact presented by a special guest.
Did you know that beans are really small? Like so small that you just can't find them. That's why I've never pleased a woman in my life.
Day 9 introduces the Dodo Rider zombie. This guy flies over the tiles instead of walking over them. He's not really a huge threat because of the chili bean, but when there's multiple, that's when it gets bad. I just barely beat this level, but at the end the sun bean clutched up. And day 10 was, come on, another conveyor? What the heck? Anyway, day 11 only let me pick 3 plants. Despite the absolute swarm of zombies, this level wasn't actually that bad. Day 12 was a plan your defense level, and this was the first attempt. I tried putting down more laser beans, but it just wasn't working. So then I came up with my first strategy for this world. Just use the soybean pod, because even if they're all frozen, there will still be some zomboids to stall the zombies out. And I could place down a few more if I needed extra support. Anyway, with a little bit of help from the peanut and a lawnmower, I managed to beat the level. Day 13 introduces the Sloth Gargantuar, and this guy has 3 throwable imps instead of 1. And it was in this level where there was an epic showdown between the Sloth and Zomboid Gargantuar, which unfortunately ended in defeat for the Zomboid Gargantuar. Regular Zomboids had to finish him off, and I couldn't pick my plants in day 14. And in day 15 we had to defend 2 pepper pults. I knew this level was going to be difficult, so I brought out the soybean pod. I also decided to use the peanut, and I'm glad I did because just look at the top lane. This was one of the longest levels in the game so far, due to there being 4 waves. Anyway, day 16 was a Gargantuar conveyor level. Day 17 had 3 frozen fume shrooms, and by the end only 1 survived. And I'm sure you guys can never guess what day 18 was, so I guess I'll pull another page out of Shagrot's book and give you a conveyor fact. Did you know that the longest conveyor belt in the world is 35 kilometers long? It was designed to transport limestone. This is what you subscribe to me for, right? Jokes aside, day 19 really showed how clutch the soybean pod is in this world. I lost almost all of my lawnmowers but one in this level, but still, the zomboids can stall for a really long time and it's super helpful. Day 20 really just showed off again how good the soybean pod is in this world, and the chili bean, I forgot to mention him. I don't even know what to say at this point. Day 22 had 3 frozen guacamodiles, and if you know how they work, well, I'm sure you can guess how fast they were gone. Oh, and the Weasel hoarder zombie was introduced in this level. It pretty much just works as a different version of the chicken wrangler, meaning that the laser beam satisfyingly pops all of the weasels in one shot. Anyway, this level wasn't that bad. Day 23 had us protect a full column of charred guards. I used soybeans and once again our zomboid army took over this level. I only lost 1 lawnmower too. Day 24 was a sun production level. Pardon my somewhat evil laugh, but I wish that's all that this level was. This thing was the most difficult part of this challenge so far. I tried this level with Sunbeam, fail. I tried this level with peanuts and sunflowers, fail. It wasn't until I came up with this strategy that I finally beat the level. All I had to do was put soybean pods behind the twin sunflowers so that the zomboids could free them from the ice. And with the help of a few peanuts and the chili bean, I was finally able to beat this horrible level. And for once, I'm not upset at a conveyor level, because it serves as a break from what I just went through. But then day 26 was almost as hard as day 24. Almost. Because near the end, the world likes to spam blockhead zombies. They're just stronger bucket heads, but still, they take a lot of damage. Anyway, after a few attempts, I beat the level. I kept failing day 27 over and over again, but that was mostly my fault, as I kept forgetting to use plant food on the rutabaga on the gargantuar at the end. This was one of the most satisfying levels to watch because all of my zomboids went to the middle lane, and it was just crazy seeing how many there were. Anyway, after I remembered that I could use mower launch, I beat the level. Day 28 was a plan your defense level, and surprisingly, it wasn't that bad, if you don't remember to time your soybean pod placements right. Day 29 was the final level, and unfortunately, I couldn't pick my plants. The last couple levels of this world were absolute torture. Let me know what you think of this world down in the comments. Honestly, I'm surprised it was possible without any heat-producing plants, unless you count the pepper pulse in day 15. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been, you guessed it, another cliche YouTube outro. I'll see you guys next time.